etc. All these are the meanings of the word Ashtapahud. Okay. And in Pravachan-sar Panchastikai, you find the description of the world, of the nature of the soul and of the universe. In Samay-sar, it is very deep spirituality. And Niyam-sar, it is about the discipline, the practice. Okay. But in Ashtapahud, we come across Kunda as an able administrator. Looking at the Shithilachar, laxity in conduct is called Shithilachar. In those times, Kunda had to write all these things. And Kunda's time is 600 years after Mahavir. So that time itself, all the, laxity in conduct had set in the Jain society, in the Samaj or whatever it is. So he had to write all these things. People were not clear about the philosophy of Mahavir. So he had to comment on it and make the people aware about all these things. So in this Ashtapahud, we find his Sashakta Adesh. Sashakta Adesh means he is giving you commandments that you have to follow. Prerak Upadesh, he is inspiring you to follow them. And in a very sweet language. These three are the unique features of his style of writing the Ashtapahud. Okay, so he's warned the Munis more than anybody else to be serious about the path of liberation. You understand? He's warned the Munis. He's not demeaned the Munis, but for them to be careful on the chosen path. They have come so far in the samsara, and how they have to be more careful and not go back to that deep samsara. He has told them these words. Okay, so you don't find many commentaries on Ashtapahud because they're all written in very simple language, and there are not much philosophical twists and turns and clarifications needed. So that is the thing. So even if you don't have the English translation, you follow my lecture, you will get the essence of these pages. Okay, chalo. Now, Ashtapahud are not 8 books. They are a compilation of 8 books. So don't mix up Ashtapahud with Kashai Pahud. Kashai Pahud is a very big, important text which talks about Mohaniya karma and Kashai and other karmas. In great detail, the author is different over there. I think it is Vattakera Swami, and it is in 10-15 volumes, huge volumes, Kashai Pahud. Okay, so here the names of the Ashtapahud are given. The first one is Dansana Pahud, which talks about Samyak Darshan. Second is Sutra Pahud, which talks about the Jina Sutras, the Jinavani. Third is Charitra Pahud. Then Bodha Pahud, Bodh is again related to right understanding. Bhava Pahud. So in Bhava Pahud, we have to understand that the physical world that you see outside, much more vast, okay, and greater and deeper and knotted is the Bhava world of inside. Okay, and then comes Moksha Pahud, Linga Pahud, and Sheela Pahud. Sheel and Charitra are similar, but he has to say something, we will see to it. Now, every Pahud seems to be an independent book because you have the Mangalacharan and the Pratigya Vakya in most of them. Okay, when you start something new, you do the Mangalacharan. Pratigya Vakya means, oh, I'm going to explain this to you. This is the purpose of writing. In this book, I'll be telling this. So all this is the Pratigya Vakya. So we find them over there. And then you also have one concluding remarks. So that shows that these are 8 sections, 8 books, different books. But in some 1 or 2 Pahud, you don't have the Pratigya Vakya or Upsamhar concluding remarks. So maybe they are lost, or maybe he has not written, or maybe they are lost in the manuscript state itself. Okay. So now let us take the first one, Dansana Pahud. I'll give the summary of it. And Shuddhatma Prabhaji also has given the summary of the 8 Pahud. So you can take the 8 Pahud and read them. Okay. With the summary that I'm going to give, you should be motivated enough to read the 8 Pahud. I'm doing that right now. So if time permits, we all can sit and read Ashtapahud. And I would love to do it from the Prakrit Gathas. Read the Prakrit Gathas, go deeper, and then bring out the meaning and then analyze it. So that beautiful it is. Okay. Chal. So in the first Dansana Pahud, there are 36 verses, 36 Gathas written in Shauraseni Prakrit. In this, the Pratigya Vakya, the Mangalacharan, and after that, he says, the root of dharma is darshan. Dharma ka mool darshan hai. Mool means seed. If the seed is not there, the tree will not be there. The roots and shoot will not be there. The trunk will not be there. The flowers will not be there. The fruit will not be there. And the essence that is there in the fruits cannot be gathered. So if you want the essence, if you want the fruit, if you want to enjoy the essence of the fruits, you have to have the seed. Then only it will flower and it will give you the yield that you desire. In the same way, if you desire the fruit of moksha, then sow the seed of Samyak Darshan. Without Samyak Darshan, you cannot have the trunk of dharma and the fruit of moksha. That's why he says, Dansana Mulo Dhammo. I can take out the verse and read it out for you. It is on verse number
We did this Gatha in Moshmark Prakashit, 6th chapter, semester.
Dansana Mulo Dhammo Uvaitho Jinavare Him Sissanam Tamsona Sakanne Dansana Hino Navandibho. That means what? Darshana is the root of dharma. This has been told by the Jinavaras and his Shishya. Jinavar ke Shishyom ke dwara, Gandhar. Shishya is Gandhar. So, having listened to them by your own ears, you should not venerate the people who are devoid of Samyak Darshan. Supposing some Muni comes to your place and you have a doubt whether he has Samyak Darshan or not. When I say Muni, I mean the Digambar Muni. You can't go and question him, hey man, you are a Samyak Drishti or not. Oh Bhagwan, you can't. So their vesh is such that you have to respect. But supposing you see that they are not following the conduct properly, then dharma buddhi se don't venerate to them. Lokik vyavhar say you have to go with a group of people, you have to do things, you have to give them food, all that you do the vyavhar. Because even if a anarya or a materialistic people comes to your place, you offer them water and whatever delicacies that you have to offer. So he is a Muni, so offer to him. Don't shun your, your duty over there. But with dharma buddhi, don't do it. Got it? Yes, Saurabhji, you have raised your hand.
Ma'am, I have a question. We often hear that Abhavi Jeev can take to Diksha and become an Acharya but doesn't achieve moksha. So if he becomes an Acharya, would he be climbing the ladder of Gunasthan or with this kind of a thing or no?
No. How can it be without Samyak Darshan? Bahya Vesh say he is Acharya. Dravya Ling say he is Acharya. So he will be venerated in society.
Okay.
But he has got no Samyak Darshan.
Right.
So he is not eligible for moksha.
Okay, so he shouldn't be venerated as you have suggested, as the Ashtapadhar is suggesting.
How do you know that? How do you know that he is bhavi, abhavi, he is samyak
No,
drishti, mithya drishti? So
no.
bahya vaya vesh only will be venerated in Vyavahar.
Okay,
I know.
okay.
But
Yeah,
if you have examined that person very closely and you have come to know that he has no samyak darshan, then you should detach from him.
okay,
You should, with dharma buddhi, you should not venerate to them.
okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So he says that samyak darshan se hina vyakti should not vandivo. He should not be venerated. Then he says the one who is devoid of samyak darshan is actually brashta. Brashta means what? Corrupt. Corrupt. He's corrupt to the core. Externally, he may be having all lofty ideals, noble activities, noble things he may be preaching. But internally, if he is not pure, chitta shuddhi is not happening, right understanding is not there. He is the only one who is really corrupt. Everybody else outside is charitra se corrupt. But he is corrupt from the understanding point of view. You understand? So we all fall in this category. That is why we are correcting our understanding in every class. With every swadhyay sitting, we are trying to correct our understanding and remove that brashtachar, atichar, anachar. That is only anachar. You understand? Okay.
Ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
a person who is devoid of darshan can never attain nirvana. All the sutras are there. She has taken the sutras and she has given the translation summary over here. Okay. So as a person without samyak darshan, even if he masters thousands of scriptures, if he takes to fasting, austerities, not fasting, austerities, austere practices like meditation and all things for years together, ugra tap kare, you know, fasting days together and taking just a little in parna, he is not eligible for moksha. And he will not get samyak darshan. By fasting and by taking to scriptural studies, by taking to all the rituals, a person cannot get samyak darshan. Then how will you get samyak darshan? By reading the scriptures and by applying your mind. Tattva vichar. Simply reading the scriptures, oh, I've read it, I know this, is not eligibility for samyak darshan. After reading the scriptures, you apply your mind, your reasoning mind, your rational mind. You do tattva vichar, then you do tattva abhyas. You practice. Then practice means what? Not the rituals, the tattva abhyas. So how to do tattva abhyas? You ask me separately, I'll tell you. Okay? So only he can get samyak darshan and only a samyak drishti can destroy the mountains of karmas, the heaps of karmas. And all the others will keep wandering in samsara. Then he says, those who don't have all the three jewels, samyak darshan, gyan, charitra, they are brashta. They are mahabrashta. He uses the word dansana bhatto bhatto. Dansana bhattasa nathi mokho. And those who don't have the three jewels, they are supremely bhatta. Bhatta means brashta, mahabrashta. So such people, they are cheating themselves and they are going against their own welfare. And such people, they expect the dharmatma to be brashta. Not expect, they say that those who are brashta, they are telling the real noble people to be brashta. You understand? It is like a politician telling a noble, saintly person to be corrupt. Okay? Yeah. Now he says, just as you destroy the root of the tree, then the whole tree will dry up. Likewise, when you when you do not have the root of Samyak Darshan, there will be no tree of Dharma. There will be no tree of Dharma possible. Then, there are people who are devoid of Samyak Darshan and they want the Samyak Drishtis to venerate to them. Such people are also there in the world. Okay. It is like, say a person, a Shastri is there. Shastri matlab Pandit ki padai karke, maybe somebody like me, a PhD Pandit. Okay. And I'll tell you my experience. There are people in the society who don't try to understand the deep Jainism that we have understood, and rather they tell us to take up their projects and agendas and live up to their expectations. So I'm not party to all that. You understand? But there are people who want you to do work for them. Let us say they are Mithya Drishti, but they want the Samyak Drishtis to. So this is all in Kali Yuga, Pancham Kal, no? These are the Kal ka dosh, Kal ka prabhav. But in those days, the Samyak Drishtis, the Dharmatma would have the higher seat, and the Lokik people would go and bow down to them and look up to them for guidance and all those kind of things. But now no such thing is there. Now you take this general scenario. The government is trying to do all appeasement politics for the Muslims and Christians. What they are doing for the Jains, who are following Ahimsa, who are living a noble life, who are contributing to the growing economy. They are doing nothing for them. And those who are, terrorists and wrongdoers, they're trying to appease them. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he says, those who want the Samyak Drishtis to bow down to them, they will become deaf, dumb, blind, lame in future births. यहाँ पे उन्होंने दो ही वर्ड दिया है, लूले और मूक बनेंगे. मूक मतलब डम, लूले मतलब लंगड़े, lame. So all these kind of indriyaka distortions will come in the body only when there are spiritual distortions in the soul, in the understanding of the soul. There are no spiritual distortions in the soul. All the distortions are there only in our understanding. Their Atma is also pure only. But they don't understand the purity of the Atma. So they have all spiritual distortions. So that distortion will be reflected in the mind, in the body, in the society. So pollution is in the soul, at the soul level, at the mind level. So it is in the body level and at the environment. So in Jainism, it is totally a bottom-up approach. You heal the man, the environment will be healed. Society will be healed. Not the other way around. Okay. Then he says, out of lajja, bhaya, and pride. Lajja is just for the sake of it, and fear, and for pride, you should not fall at the feet of Mithya Drishtis. Those who fall at the feet of Mithya Drishtis, out of these three reasons, also will not be eligible for Samyak Darshan. You understand how bluntly Kundakundev is talking? Because at that time itself, all these laxities had crept in the society. So in that time itself, it was like this, means now it is so bad and worse. That time Islam and Christianity were not there in India. Now they are there. So just socho kaisi khichdi hai. It's really very scary. It's really very scary. Okay, then he says that one who is devoid of external and internal parigraha. You know the 24 types of parigraha. 10 external, 14 internal. He is only a Digambar Muni. Simply giving up the robes and having the external nudity is not Digambaratva. Internally also that mithyatva should not be there. Kashai should not be there. Only the pure soul operation should be there. He is only a Digambar Muni. And he says only 3 kinds of Vesha are to be venerated. What are the 3 types of Vesha? One is like the Jinendra Bhagwan, the Nagna Digambar Sadhu ka Vesh. Second is Utkrishta Shravak, Elak Shullak Adi. And third is Arika. They are the ones who are closer to following the external, internal aparigraha. Now he says, what is Vyavahar Samyak Darshan and Nishchay Samyak Darshan? Having faith in, write down 6 dravyas. It is given over there, you can underline it. 6 dravyas, 9 padartha, 5 astikai, 5 astikai, 7 tattvas. Knowing them to be as they are is Vyavahar Samyak Darshan. And Nishchay Samyak Darshan is Atma Rupa, Atma Anubhuti Rupa. Applying the Nishchay Vyavahar. So next semester we'll be studying about Naya Chakra guidebook. Please get the English of it. Very, very important lesson. Okay. So this is the first step of Moksha Mahal. Moksha Marga ka first step is having the Nishchay and Vyavahar both together. Samyak Darshan. Okay. Then he says, you should try to follow what the Kevli Bhagwan have told. If you can't follow, at least have faith that you should follow them. You can't do Ratri Bhojan Tyag, but at least have the faith that Ratri Bhojan Tyag is to be taken up. Ratri Bhojan is to be given up. You can't take Diksha, it's okay. But Diksha lene layak hai, aisa man mein to hona chahiye na. You can't give up your possessions, but at least the bhavna that these possessions are worth giving up. You can't pursue the soul thought, but that is worth pursuing. That thought should be there. So this thought itself will break up your heaps of karmas. And then when you pursue it, they get diluted. जैसे कोई बच्चा है, शादी नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन शादी करने लायक है, मन में तो सपने देखता है ना. You may not be able to go for a new release movie, but it is worth going. करके आप you read the reviews, you see the news, and then you make up your mind that yes, now I'm going to go for the movie. Same thing on the path of moksha also, you have to keep reviewing and you have to keep giving those affirmations. These affirmations will mold your subconscious mind, and then your conscious mind can be molded. Understood, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo. Then he says...
just a question, ma'am, sorry. With this, again, the question comes back to the same thing, like the language that has been used, can it not be the source of conflict amongst the different followers of this faith?
What language?
Like the way they were, it's been mentioned there that only 3 Veshas are to be venerated.
So the Shvetambars may get offended, you say?
I won't know, but I mean, commonly it's observed that this becomes a point of conflict amongst different followers. They're saying, somebody is saying mine is truth and somebody else is saying mine is truth. They can't be this, they can't be using this such a strong worded language.
That's why Kunda Kunda is not popular. He's forgotten.
Okay.
Because he was so strict with the spiritual path and the ritual path.
Right, right.
right? So the Shvetambars themselves, they rejected Kunda Kunda.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
The sadhus who were wearing the white clothes, they could
Yeah.
not give up the white clothes, but they wanted to make themselves popular as the sadhus.
Right.
So they did not understand the real Jainism. So they
Right.
gave up Kunda Kunda and they started their own school of thought.
Okay.
That is how you have the divisions.
Right, right.
See, the divisions between the Digambar and Shvetambar had crept in almost 160 years after Bhagwan Mahavir's Nirvana itself.
Right, right.
You know, उस समय यति परंपरा थी, and people used to travel in palanquins. They used to wear all rich, luxurious clothes, even the white color, and
Right.
they would never go for bhiksha. They would take the bhiksha that would come to their place. They would live in mud and
Okay.
such places, and they would accept all favors from Shravak. वो सब उसी टाइम चालू हो गया.
Okay. Where can we get these references, ma'am?
Very difficult to trace. I have read. I don't remember. You have to read Jaimal ji's works. उसमें
Okay.
भी यति परंपरा, that was Jaimal ji was just 300 years ago. तो उस
Right.
समय यति परंपरा थी और उसके पहले भट्टारक परंपरा थी. बहुत सारी परंपराएं
Okay.
है ना. भट्टारक परंपरा है और यति परंपरा है, फिर चैत्यवासी परंपरा है, मूर्ति पूजक परंपरा है, फिर खत्तर गज का इतिहास, तपा गज का इतिहास, वो सब पढ़ना पड़ेगा.
Okay. Okay.
I have read all those things.
Right.
You
Thank you,
understand?
ma'am. Yeah.
Ah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Saurabh, I can't see your face properly. I can't see anybody's. Yes, yes. Because that recording is hiding. So you understand, Tapa Gaj, Khattar Gaj, Murti Pujak. Even in Digambar tradition, you have so many traditions, you know. So
Yes,
ek
ma'am.
umbrella Shvetambar mein so many traditions. So when you read
Yeah.
the history of all these traditions, then you will see that they are not actually referring to the pure soul talk. They are referring
Right.
only to their acharyas and their practices and all that.
Okay, ma'am.
So then you can know the deviations that have happened.
Yeah.
But if you take Kunda Kunda's works, he's always referring to the Tirthankars, he's always referring to the spiritual things.
Right.
And if you see all the Digambar literature, they follow the same pattern.
Yeah.
But you don't get to see that pattern in the Shvetambar literature.
True.
I know that
True.
very systematically they talk about things. If you have understood Kunda Kunda, very systematically that Jainism we are giving you.
Yeah.
That kind of systematic Jainism, I have studied all that. I was born
Yeah.
as a Shvetambar, I've studied all that. I don't see the systematization of the Agamas or the systematic things in the Agamas. In the Agamas, 20, 30 years I've spent reading only about what Kriya to do, what Tap to do, what Avashyak to do, and all those kind of things only. But this
Right,
kind
right.
of soul talk, you will see only in Kunda Kunda's works. Nowhere
Okay.
else. After
Okay.
Kunda Kunda, the lineage of acharyas and logic works, there you will see it.
Right.
Nowhere else you'll get to see it. Nowhere else means nowhere else you'll get to see it. I have read Haribhadra, I've read Hemchandra, I've read Yasho Vijayji, I've read Anand Ghan. I have read all acharyas, you name it, almost. But this kind of systematic thing that you find in Kunda Kunda's works, you won't find it elsewhere. So when he's
Okay.
talking about these three Vesh, he is not doing it to promote the Digambar tradition. He is trying to promote the real spiritual thought of Aparigram for Nirvana.
Yeah.
So those who did not understand the very serious and the real Jainism, they wanted to promote their own thing. They all drifted away from it. And in the course, they even lost the deep spirituality that Kunda Kunda tried to give. Samay Sar, Pravachan Sar. There are so many Shvetambars who have never heard of Kunda Kunda, who have never heard of Samay Sar, Pravachan Sar. who have never heard of pure soul. They are only doing the kriya and telling tap karna hai, karam kat jayenge.
Yeah.
This is the language that is popular.
Even Tattva Sutra, so many have not heard.
No, Tatvar Sutra is popular among the Shvetambars.
Yeah,
All the
but still
Munis
the
are not.
common, so many people I've met who are doing so much rituals, but Tattva Sutra also like, okay, you know, I've heard of, I mean, I've come across so many people who do so much stuff and all, but okay, Tattva Sutra, okay, like, you know.
And Tatvar Sutra is a text which both Digambars and Shvetambars claim it to be theirs.
Right.
Other books, the Shvetambars are not bothered. Even I'll tell you, had I not read MA Jainology, had I not read all these works of Kunda Kunda, I would not have known this Jainism at all.
Same here, ma'am.
Yeah, we would not have known this form of Jainism, which is the real thing that Bhagwan has preached.
Right.
It would have been a great loss for our soul.
Yeah, true.
And even today, people are not interested in soul talk. The Jains, they are interested only in the Chaturmas we have done, Paryushan we have done, Michhami Dukadam we have done, ho gaya dharam, bas khatam. Again, next year they do the same things and again they do Michhami Dukadam, ho gaya dharam, khatam. कोई तप कर लिया, कोई रिचुअल कर लिया, ग्रीटिंग कर लिया, सेवा पूजा दया दान भक्ति व्रत तप नियम कर लिया, हो गया धर्म.
True.
But going deep and understanding aparigraha, understanding pure soul, nobody seems to be interested.
Yeah.
Got it? Got it?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
And if you try to tell them, no, you know, now that is enough, they'll say. That is enough. Don't bring your things to us. The children today are not interested. They are interested in parties and clubs and dancing and eating and enjoying, having a good time. So catch them in the bud. Children, बच्चे हैं तभी उनको सारे संस्कार दे दो, real Jainism दे दो.
Yeah.
In the Pathshalas also, they are not giving the real Jainism. They are giving only ritual wala Jainism. रात्रि भोजन मत करो, जमीकन मत खाओ, ये मत करो, वो मत करो. Only Charnanuyog they are telling, but what is the logic behind it? What is the philosophy behind it? What is the spirituality behind it? They themselves don't know. I'm talking about all the Sanskar Vatikas, Pathshalas that are run in the Terapanthi tradition, in the Murti Puja tradition, in the Stanakwasi. I'm a part of all those Pathshala teaching and Shivir teaching. I've seen all of that. I've seen all the shades, almost all the shades of Jainism. I've worked in the society for 20 years, trying to give them the soul talk. No takers. आप हमारे संप्रदाय के बातें करो बस.
Very true.
I said, मुझे कोई बाड़े में नहीं बंधना. पशु बाड़े में रहता है. You know बाड़ा?
Yeah.
You know बाड़ा, Mahendran sir?
Stable, something like that.
Animals will be in groups. I said, I don't want to be a part of any group. હું કાંઈ ગચ્છમાં નથી, હું આત્મામાં છું. Srimad people also promote Srimad things, Atma things, but again वो वहां पर बाड़े में बन जाते. श्रीमद के भी कितने बाड़े हैं, पापा जी का, फिर क्या बोले, धर्मपुर वालों का, फिर इस्कान, उस आगास वालों, मैं सब वहां भी सब गई हूँ. I've taken up 3 Gujarat trips. I've been to Eider, Agas, Dharampur, all these places. Murti Pujak ka, you name it, I've been. Stanakwasi, you name it, I've been. Terapanthis, I've seen them very closely.
Right.
You know, I've taught at least 50, 60 sadhu sant. I've seen them very closely. And I can very clearly understand where they are fumbling. But they don't, when I try to tell them, they are not able to understand. You can help people only to a certain extent. After that, you cannot help.
Yeah.
You help yourself, that is. समझ में आया ना? So
Yes,
ये
ma'am.
3 वेश भगवान महावीर के ट्रेडिशन के वेश हैं.
Right.
Okay. चलो,
Thank you, ma'am.
बट बीइंग अ श्वेतांबर आपको लगेगा कि ये हमारी परंपरा पर चोट कर रहे हैं, बट गो एंड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई ही इज टेलिंग दिस, व्हाई ही इज
That's
टेलिंग
what
दिस, यू
my
विल
question
अंडरस्टैंड.
was. Yeah.
सो आपको लगेगा कि ये मेरे ट्रेडिशन के ऊपर चोट. दैट्स व्हाई ही टोल्ड यू कांट टेक दिगंबरत्व, इट्स ओके, बट इट इज वर्थ टेकिंग अप. If
Yeah.
a Shwetambar Muni wants to wear white clothes, it's okay. But it is worth practicing the complete Digambaratva. That faith should not, that faith should be there.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't
Yes.
practice it, it's okay. But at least darshan gyan level pe to भ्रष्टाचार नहीं होना चाहिए. चरित्र में भ्रष्टाचार acceptable. Out of your weakness, you want to wear clothes, you are embarrassed, it's okay.
Yeah.
But this is not the real Vesh that Bhagwan has preached. All the
Right.
Tirthankas followed Digambaratva.
Yeah.
Today you can't follow it, it's okay. But that is the Vesh worth pursuing. उस
Right.
वेश के बिना मोक्ष नहीं है, और उस वेश से भी मोक्ष नहीं है. You understand? You have studied,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
You have studied. इसके बिना भी नहीं होगा और इससे भी नहीं होगा. तो भाव लिंग
Unless-
इज इम्पोर्टेंट. वो सब
Yeah.
अपन ने पढ़ा भी है, प्राकृत में
Yes,
पढ़ा
ma'am.
भी.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, चलो.
Thank you, ma'am.
हाँ, so because of these serious things, people ने कुंद कुंद को उठा के ऊपर रख दिया. Not possible to follow. हम जो कर रहे हैं वो right है. You won't believe, Saurabh sir, I have seen munis breaking from the group and wearing chakachak white clothes, having laptop, calling a barber and doing shaving and all that.
Yeah.
लोच भी नहीं करते, मुंडा बार्बर से करवाते हैं, शेविंग करवाते हैं, एकदम परफ्यूम वगैरह सब यूज करके, लेटेस्ट मोबाइल लैपटॉप रख करके चलते हैं.
Yeah.
और श्रावक लोग उनको ला करके देते हैं. Why? Because the Shravak have not read real Kunda or Jainism.
Yeah.
Shithilachar, आज नहीं है क्या शिथिलाचार?
Yeah. ma'am. I
And
agree.
you see Muni Maharaj, they will be traveling with their whole truckload of luggage. उनका cook, उनका kitchen सब साथ में चलता है. I've seen all that also.
Right.
So I'm not for Digambar or Shwetambar, but I'm telling for equally for all the.
Yeah.
Why the Munis have to do this is because we Shravak are not having the real Shravakhood. We are not looking into their basic needs. So they have to make all arrangement for themselves. So we are
Right.
more doshi than them.
Them. Yeah.
You have moved out to abroad. You matlab we live in all tall skyscrapers away from the ground, and they need the bhiksha. Who will give them bhiksha? You have moved away from the culture.
Yeah.
So उनको तो उनका इंतजाम करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं करना पड़ेगा?
Definitely, ma'am.
Though that type of fourth आरा में मुनि होते थे, वैसे मुनि तो आजकल भी नहीं है, श्रावक भी नहीं है.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one more thing. You all have heard of Noah's Ark.
Yes, ma'am.
Noah's Ark मालूम है सबको? What
Yeah.
did he take in his boat or ship?
Animals.
What did he take with him?
All the animals, each species, at least one of them in each.
Couple.
He took the animal species, maybe some seeds and all that.
Yeah.
Because if they are there, only he can exist.
Addik. सुप्रिया पण झाडू
Yes, ma'am.
झाडू सुप्रिया पण आवाज
समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Please keep yourself
काढीस तो
muted.
નીકળી જશે
Yes, ma'am.
આખી તો નહીં झाडू
कौन बोल रहा है? Rajul, please mute yourself. So today the trees have gone, the animals have gone. No, in the place of animals and trees, all machines have come. So very mechanical lifestyles. The gun culture has come. So we are away from nature. So we have become insensitive. So we have come away from the nature of the soul also. We are not living in contact with the earth, with the environment. So we are not in touch with our own environment. So if
Very
you
true, ma'am.
really want to be a Jain Shravak, take to agriculture, take to organic farming, take to Pashu Palan, invest in all these things, grow trees, grow plants. Then you have all birds and animals coming to you. And then you practice fearlessness with them. We are only talking of fearlessness, but we have not practiced. Second example I'll give you. We play all video games or some games, children play. तो वो games में animals और birds ही होते हैं ना.
Yes, ma'am.
Nature ही होता है. So there in animation and all, you're building up all animals, birds and all these things. But in real life, you're detaching from them and living a machine life. So you become insensitive. If you want to transform a terrorist, if you want to transform the society, you can only transform by coming close to the nature of the soul and the nature of nature. No other way. That is what Jaggi Vasudev is trying to do. He's teaching spirituality also at Isha Yoga Foundation, and he's planting trees and purifying the water bodies and so many things. So you have thousands of people following. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
needed in the Jain society, but a Jain sadhu should not promote all this. If a Pancham Gunasthan Varti Shravak tells that you should plant trees, it is a big tick mark. But if a Muni tells you should plant trees, it's a wrong mark. And we Shravak Shravika are blind followers of Munis. So Munis today are telling you to take up social welfare projects. And abhi Indore mein, Gomatgiri mein, more than 90 people are taking to 10-11 days of meditation camp. So Shravak are going the way of meditation, Munis are going the way of social welfare projects. Because the Shravaks have got so much of wealth, now they are looking for the spiritual quotient. The Munis, they are seeing so much of Vikriti in the society, so they are trying to correct the society. All reverse roles ho gaya. So the Aam Admi is not able to have faith in the Muni Maharaj, and the Shravak who are taking to too much of meditation, they have not done their duty towards the Muni Maharaj. So the Muni Maharaj have to do these things, and then we point fingers to them. We have no right to point fingers.
And ma'am, they have many of them.
Means 3 fingers on you. This. Bolo.
Miss, and ma'am, many of them are taking to mics or speaking with. So, in halls, I think to reach out to more people.
No, they are taking to YouTube. They are taking to social media. All Muni Maharaj, they have their own pages and everything. They have news, bulletins, everything is there.
So I think
why the Muni Maharaj are like that? Because they are taking the food from our homes now. So our minds are corrupt. Our earning is corrupt. So how do you
children
them to have the perfect conduct?
Yeah, and ma'am, to reach our children, they have to, I think now, to reach the children, the more people, they may need to take to these, mics or in groups, in AC halls or whatever, to reach to the people, because many people don't want to sit in, aise nahi baithna hai, unko achhe jagah chahiye, wo chahiye, then I think that is why they have to reach to the public.
If the Munis is right, that should be all right now. So if that is the intent why they are doing all these things, then that should be all right, correct?
But why did they take up Diksha? What was their vow of ahimsa? Na karna, na karana, na anumodan karna. Any pap activity, any activity related to Prithvi, Apa, Tevu, Vayu, Vanaspati and Traskat. Are they living up to the vow of ahimsa? No. So was their agenda to correct the society when they took Diksha, or to purify the soul was their agenda?
Purify the soul, but they also have a duty to spread or impart this knowledge to the people, right?
So, ma'am, if we don't take Diksha, it is our duty to spread the knowledge. I mean, somebody has to give it to the children. So I'm just thinking,
That's
if
what
not
I'm doing
them,
my duty. I'm doing my
that's what.
duty. Now you understand why I'm
Yes,
preaching
ma'am.
the class, why I'm
You,
teaching, why I'm
yes,
taking 4 Parmagam classes, university classes. I'm trying to be a true Shravak.
yes, ma'am. Lot of knowledge
Try
what
to-
I have never gained. In all my life, I have gained.
Huh?
What knowledge I have gained in last 2 years, I didn't gain in last 50 years.
Exactly. So now you've got it, means go and disseminate. Empower yourself to empower society.
Yes, ma'am.
And empower yourself to empower the society. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Chalo.
ma'am.
Chalo, chalo. Just this morning I got a thought that I'll go and enroll for some. See, I'm teaching, I'm taking classes, and then I have got 2 servants. I just do the little cooking, and all the work is done by them. So physically, I'm having a very sedentary life, right? I'm active. I'm always on the move. I keep doing my mudras. I keep doing my yoga. I keep doing everything. But still, I want to be more physically active. So I thought I'll go and enroll for you. There's one 21 days yoga challenge coming up from tomorrow. So you all can enroll for it. Then there is, I'm just planning to go for some dance classes, for some Zumba classes, and then go for some self-defense classes. So in another group, there were some young children doing that stick say, they do that exercise. No? So I was just inquiring, कहाँ पर सिखाते हैं? चलो वहाँ चल के सीखेंगे अपन. So I literally, हाँ, Silambam. Silambam. So, okay, I feel like, a young child, and I am in Rishabh's Yug, and he's teaching the 72 arts and crafts, and I have to master all of that. Take to agriculture, take to cattle rearing, take to animal farming, go for forest ugane ka kaam. है ना, mind में ऐसे भाव चलते हैं. Then I tell my mind, oh my mind, no, you are here for spiritual growth. You're not here for anything else. Don't do any nidan of all these things. Keep doing them, but don't attach value to it. You want to do dance, do. You want to go for Zumba, go. You want to do that, do. But don't, you have a higher agenda, you have a higher goal. Don't lose sight of that. So at body level, I feel like a young child running around, growing, doing things. But at the spiritual level, it is the old owl, not wanting to do anything. So I can see both these things running in parallelly in me.
There is a saying, ma'am, there's a saying, wishes are the horses, wishes are the horses, everybody want to ride it.
Yes. So these are not my wishes, but I feel like empowering myself to empower the society. If I learn self-defense, then maybe 100 girls I can teach self-defense. If I learn tree plantation, then maybe another 100 people. I can correct the environment. So much of temperatures rising up. It's so hot. What can I do for the environment? What can I give back to the environment? What can I give back to the society? The society has given me so much. What should I give back to the society? With that thought, I keep thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And at the same time, my mind is always telling, do Swadhyay and do nothing else. Do Swadhyay, Dhyan, Kayotsar, nothing else. You understand what I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am. I suppose we all are going through the same thing.
Yes, we all are going through the same. So we should know to balance our spiritual and material life. We are not munis. In what bhumika we are, according to that, all the thoughts will come. Those thoughts will come. You pursue what thought. That will determine your destiny and your future. But in our capacity, we have taken so much from the environment. We have to give back to the environment. We have got so much from the society. We have to give back to the society. You have got so much from Priya ma'am. So now go and teach 100 people. Give back to the society, not to Priya ma'am. We have got so much from Paramagam. At least get 100 students for Paramagam. That's why I tell in my class, each one inspire one. One-on-one, each one reach one. That's enough. Okay, chalo. We will not, we'll miss the bus if we keep talking all these things. So, he says, see, I'm reading in Hindi and explaining in English. So don't worry, each and every paragraph essence I'm giving you. So even if you can't follow complete Digambaratva is not physical Digambaratva, the spiritual Digambaratva. But that is the only thing worth pursuing. That should be there in our mind. So if you think you're a soul, you will feel like that. Nothing belongs to you. Your body doesn't belong to you. But if you feel you are the body, then I have to clothe the body. I have to keep it neat. I have to clean everything. Those stuff. But if you feel that I'm a soul. So this morning, again, I was giving these affirmations to myself, I'm a radiant soul. I'm a loving soul. I'm a fearless soul. I'm a beautiful soul. I'm a divine soul. With these affirmations only, I got up in the morning. Everything else is secondary. Because everything else is impermanent. Anitya bara bhavna, kali bara bhavna pada rahi thi. So that went deep into my subconscious and these affirmations were coming in my conscious. Okay, chalo. So I feel somewhere I must have been there at the time of Kunda Kunda. And I would not have understood Kunda Kunda the way he is told. I must have cheated on myself. So I am born here today. Now let me be sincere to that great teacher. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am. We can.
That's why
I can see that as well.
I have so much of fondness for Kunda Kunda. We must have definitely been born there. But we must not have understood. We must have been like our relatives today who are not understanding Paramagam and Jainism. We must have been in that category at that time. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo. So, who is to be venerated? The Munis who have Samyak Darshan Gyan Charitra. And the Sahaj Utpanna Yatha Jat Mudra. Sahaj matlab that innocent, natural state in which we are born. That mudra is only respectable. So Muni, he may be externally a Muni, but that innocence of a child is not there in the Muni. So he is not a Sahaj Muni. You understood? He is not Sahaj. He is away from his Sahaj Atma nature. All those kind of Munis are also there, who are criticizing the Pandit group criticizing the Muni group, all that also I've seen. So, I've seen all that and I don't want more of all that. So I've detached from all groups. Because in the groups, they're only talking of group talks. Nobody's talking of soul talk. I've given 20 years to Gyan Gach. I've given 10 years to Ratnavansh. I've given another 10 years to Shraman Sangh in my 40 years. And if I talk about the soul, they're telling you're talking about Digambaratva. Whereas I'm talking about Kunda Kunda, I have no fondness for any Digambar group. And they are telling you are talking of Digambarhood. Yes, I'm talking about the spiritual Digambar.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate, they don't understand. But they will read all this behind the doors. But in public, they won't talk about it. All that Mayachar also I have seen. Abhi recently I went to Badmer. The Sadhvi Bhagwan told, don't talk about Praman, don't talk about Atma. Talk about Vyavaram. But anyway, I spoke to those 200 girls over there and I spoke about Vyavar, but quoted it with spirituality. Everywhere I did that. And the Munis, the Sadhvis also took note of it. And they're asking all the other details. I said, I'll send you the whole literature of Todarmal Smarak, but they will put it on my face. All Digambar things you're promoting on us, we don't want it. They don't want to touch these books also. This is a great tragedy with the Jain community. I took classes last year for 3 months in the Sthanak, in the Upashray, Murti Pujak Sadhvijis. Reading that Jainism with me, they told me that this path is the real path. We are not able to follow. I said, okay, doesn't matter, you can't follow, but this is the path worth pursuing. At least that faith you can have. The same thing that Kunda Kunda has told, I told them. You can't follow it, it's okay. There is pardon for that. Charitra level mein Bhraštachar can be rectified, but darshan level mein Bhraštachar should not be. When you will get a chance to correct that darshan, long way to go it will become. We are only interested in correcting our charitra, but not our darshan, faith. You can't follow Diksha, it's okay, but Diksha is something worth pursuing. The Diksha that is told by Tirthankar Bhagwan. उतनी श्रद्धा तो गृहस्थ लेवल को होती है, तभी वो सम्यक दृष्टि कहलाता है. Only then he will be a samyak drishti if that much faith is there. Nishchay se and Vyavar se. Otherwise he can't be even a Shravak. You know, a Shravak is one who limits his greed, understanding that going beyond greed is his goal. And he limits everything in the 12 vratas. In 12 vratas, there is no tyag. It's only limitation of your desires and your material goals. Somewhere draw the line and then focus on your spiritual goal. The day I understood, you won't believe it, I got married in 1990, May, and in June, July, we had gone for Sadhu Bhagwant visit. Immediately, I took the 12 vratas. I went with my husband. My husband didn't take the 12 vratas, but I took it up because I have read so much of Jainism. I took the 12 vrat ki maryada. Turant maryada kar li, sab maryada kar li. My maryada book is there with me. So right from 23, now I'm 56, 33, 43, 33 years. I've been a 12 vrat dhari Shravika, but without the Samyak Darshan understanding. After reading all these things very deeply, now I understand that Samyak Darshan is also not important. Atma is only important. If I give importance to my Atma, Samyak Darshan, Moksha, everything will come. It's a complete full circle for me. Okay, chale, aage.
Yeah, thank you.
So, those who are Sayami, Sayami means they are Munis, but they are having jealousy, they are having greed, they are having anger, they are not worthy of worship. And another person may be a Digambar Sadhu. He may not be a Digambar Sadhu, but he is not having self-restraint. He should also not be venerated. With the Dharma Buddhi, casual greetings with him, Jai Jinendra is okay. But एक Dharma Buddhi से उनको वंदन करना, उनको importance देना is not important. Then he says body, family lineage, and jati is not worthy of worship. What is worthy of worship is the gunas. Somebody may be of high caste. He is worthy of worship? No. He may be preaching Jainism wonderfully, but he has no gunas. Not worthy of worship. Gunheen ko kaun bandhan karega? And At the time of Kunda Kunda, many munis would have become gunahin, and they would have been telling that they are great because of the body and jati and kul and all that. So that line has come in his works. Okay, so it is only Samyak Darshan that will make your Gyan and Charitra Samyak. Darshan is only the essence. Okay, because Darshan only will make your Gyan Charitra right, and together it is Moksha Marga and Moksha. So Kalyan ki Parampara starts with Samyak Darshan. That only is worthy of worship. And the Acharya says that Darshan Gyan Charitra se Arhant Dasha Prapta Bhagwan, when they are endowed with the 34 Atishay in the Samavasharan, that form of Bhagwan is Sthavar Pratima. Sthavar Pratima. He's become an embodiment of all the spiritual qualities. They only will destroy those karmas, all the karmas, and attain Siddha level. With this, he ends the Darshan Pahud. Is it clear, friends? Now come to Sutra
Yes, ma'am.
Pahud, in which there are 27 verses. It says that Arhant Dev, beautiful. Sutra Pahud, we do it in our Prakrit class, no? The Prarthana, the second one. Arahanta Bhasi Atham, it is here. Ganahar Deve Himganthiyam Sammam. Panamami is not here. Suttathamagganatham Savana Sahanti Paramatham. He says, Arahant Bhasiyatham. The Arhats have revealed the Artha, Agamas. The Ganadharas have constructed the Sutra Agamas in the Sutra style. Okay. And those who know the Sutra and the Artha, those Shramanas only can accomplish the Paramartha, the supreme goal. Understood? Those who understand the Sutra, Artha, those who search the Sutra and the Artha in the Sutras, only those Shramanas will accomplish the goal of Ratnatraya. Or then in आगे के कोई वर्ष में आएगा, Panamami Bhakti Jutto Sudanana Mahodahim Sirasa. Panamami, I bow down to that great ocean of knowledge. Bhakti Yutta, Bhakti Jutta, Bhakti Yukta. Shrut Gyan Rupi Mahodadi, the great ocean of Shrut Gyan. Sir Nama Karke, Sirasa. It's very easy to understand Prakrit. Very, very easy. Little effort. Read Ashtapahud. Read. Okay. So that is the Mangalacharan of this. Then he says, just as a thread, just as a needle that is threaded does not get lost, likewise the soul that is threaded with the Shrut Gyan will not be lost in samsara. Understood the example he gives? Okay. Now, I think Ashtapahud is there in Tamil also. Please read it. Please read it. Please read it. Okay. So read the sutras. I'm not telling now. Kundakundev is telling. Jinendra Bhagwan ne whatever sutras he has told.
Ma'am,
read
can you
them.
repeat what you said about the soul, ma'am? Soul has to be threaded with what?
No. A needle that is threaded will not be lost. It can be easily found. Likewise, a soul that is threaded with the Shrut Gyan will not be lost in samsara. It will take itself out of samsara. That's all.
Thank you.
I know. That's why we are teaching you 5 years Jainism. So that nicely our soul is threaded with the Shrut Gyan. Our soul, no? Needle threaded with the Shrut Gyan. And even if in the kachara of karma and kashai and sansar, we have fallen, we will apply our mind and we can come out of it. This is called kya bole? Avagraha iha avai dharna. You're reading Jainism and putting in your dharna shakti so much, dharna level, that in next level it will come in your smriti. And you have the pratyabhigyan. You apply the tarka and you get your atma. You understand? So Mati Shrut are being corrected. Am I okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
reaching out to all of you?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then he says, when you read the Jineshwar Bhagwan Sutras, you will know what is Heya and what is Upadeya. What is acquirable and what is discardable. And only when you know that, you are a Samyak Drishti. Just the other day, Bade Panditji gave a lecture, beautiful lecture. He said, for example, I'll give my example. For example, I'm taking these classes. Okay. So they are Heya or Upadeya. They are Heya or Upadeya.
The class
Ekdesh
Upadeya?
Upadeya.
Upadeya?
Partially Upadeya.
Huh? No,
Yeah.
at my Shraddha level, Gyan level, I should apply like this, that this is all Asram, Shubh Asram. And Asram is Heya. Ashram is Heya. And being in the Atma, complete giving up all yogic activities, complete all detachment is Upadeya. This is from my soul point of view. That is my understanding. This is Heya, that Atma talk is only Upadeya. Atma talk nahi, Atma absorption is only Upadeya. Nothing else is Upadeya. You understand? But because I'm in the samsara, because I'm in the karma uday, because I have a commitment to this class, I have to take this class, considering as my vyavarik duty and not my spiritual duty. My spiritual duty, my darshan should be clear that in my Shraddha level, this class is Heya. Only Atma thing is Upadeya. The same thing you apply in the house. I have to do all the cooking work and everything. So is it Heya or Upadeya? From the seventh Tattva point of view, cooking is what? Ashubh Asram.
Yeah.
It is Heya, Chodne Yogya hai. But I'm not able to give it up. But at the Shraddha level, I've given up. No. Then in one day in Charitra level, it will come up. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, Bade Panditji said, if you consider Kashaya as Heya, Kashaya includes all the 5 kinds of asram, Mithyatva, Avirati, Pramad, Kashaya and Yog. All these are worth giving up. Then only you will believe that doing nothing, being close with the soul is Upadeya. At least at the Shraddha Gyan level, it should be clear, no? Who is asking you to physically immediately implement it? That implementation will take time. First, all the corrections have to happen at the subconscious level. At the conscious level, complete Charitra will have to wait. It's a matter of time. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you have that Shraddha, no, that is acquirable, this is discardable, your Charitra Mohaniya will become weak. Anantanubandhi Kashaya will become weak. Then only your Mithyatva will become weak. Both together you have to target Mithyatva and Anantanubandhi Kashaya. Am I able to make it clear for you people? Anybody has any doubt, you ask me. What Guna, madam? Clear, Ilya? It is like a nanny. You all know nanny, governess, looking after somebody's child. Okay. So she knows that her child at home only is Upadeya. Having affinity for this child is not Upadeya. But because she's working there, she's got a workplace commitment. She has to take care of the child and she will do it beautifully. But externally, she will have all the attachment. Internally, she's detached with the child. Internally, her attachment is with her child at home. Likewise, the Samyak Drishti will have the internal attachment with the soul. Externally, he will do everything with detachment, without any attachment. Then his Mohaniya karma is weak, no? Then only the Mithyatva will go. Mithyatva alone will not go. It will go with the maximum chunk of Mohaniya karma. Anantanubandhi Krodhmana. So this powerful statements are there in Kundakunda's Ashtapahud. Yes, anybody has any question?
Can I say, ma'am, that this is the limitation of language, that we are not able to understand it, but we can set it for experiential level? The He, Ge, Upade.
Yeah, हमने है ना खाली ऊपर से समझ लिया, deep में जाकर के नहीं समझा. Only at the surface level we have understood this is to be given up, this is to be acquired. But at the Shraddha level we have not accepted it. So he said first darshan, Shraddha. ये छोड़ने योग्य है. राग छोड़ने योग्य है. संसार छोड़ने योग्य मतलब discardable. एक ज्ञायक भाव is upadeya. Everything else is discardable. Even moksha is not acquirable. Only Shuddhatma is acquirable. When you become so devoted to the Shuddhatma, moksha will come and take you over there. Moksha Lakshmi will come and garland you and take you over there. That one pointed focus on the Gyayak Bhav. That is the only thing worth pursuing. Nothing else is worth. Everything else is karma uday package. I'm not there at all. So whatever happens in karma level, it doesn't bother me. Somebody praises me, okay. Somebody doesn't praise me, okay. I get some riches, okay. I don't get it, okay. Everything is okay, okay, all correct. Because I want only that and nothing else.
Right.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That one pointed focus, madness that Meera had for Krishna. We don't have it for our pure soul. Then how you will get it? You cannot have two swords in the same sheath.
Yeah.
Main bhi rahun aur sansar bhi rahe, not possible. So first at the Shraddha Gyan level, main hi main hu. Nobody else is there. Then at the Charitra level, that main will manifest and you will get Keval Gyan and Moksha. Finished, over. That's all. Story is over. Then live happily ever after.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo. So, Heya Upadeya Swarup, who knows, he is a Samyak Drishti. And you should know it from the Paramartha point of view, spiritual point of view, and Vyavhar point of view. Only they will destroy the karma and get real happiness. Those who are not aware of the sutras, sutras means the knowledge given by Paramatma, they will be Mithya Drishti. Even if they are like Shiva and Mahesha, Hari Hara. Hari means Vishnu, Hara means Shiva. They may be great people like Hari Hara, still they will not attain moksha. They may be powerful. They may be having a very majestic opulence in the material world. But if they are darshan se brashta, they don't know the He, Ge, Upadeya, they are not worthy of Samyak Darshan Moksha. He may be a Sangapati. He may be fearless like the lion. He may be a great achiever in the material world. But if he has got no darshan, he is a Mithya Drishti, he is a Brashta. Again, he says the three ling only are worthy of worship. Okay. Then he says, Even if you have til tush matra parigraha. Til matlab same seed, yellu. Tush matlab even a twig of grass. Tush matra. उतना सा भी अगर परिग्रह है तो निगोद में जाएंगे. अंडरस्टूड? इसलिए वस्त्र का परिग्रह भी परिग्रह, पात्र का परिग्रह भी परिग्रह, शिष्य का परिग्रह भी परिग्रह. कल आ जाना. ठीक है, चलो आगे चलो. सो he says नग्नता ही मार्ग है, शेष सब उन्मार्ग है. Nagnata means what, you know? Listen to me. Nudity. Now what is nudity? The soul is nude. Atma nagna hai. Atma has no body. Atma has no karma. Atma has no kashai. Atma has no ragadvesh. That nagnata is, if you believe in that nagnata of the soul, then only external nagnata will come. Detachment. That is the only path. No other path for moksha. It is written in the Bible that a camel can pass through the needle hole of a needle. But a rich man cannot enter the gates of heaven. You understood what I'm telling? See, now listen to me. Bharata Chakravarti was a Shatkhandadipati. And within Antar Moharat, after taking Diksha, he got Keval Gyan. So even though he was surrounded by all parigraha, internally he knew that all these are heya. Only my Atma is Upadeya. That one pointed focus of the Atma he did not lose. He was living like a lotus in the water, in the dirty pond. So he took Diksha, he absorbed in the Atma, he got that. He was prepared for it. He was preparing for it sitting at home. And you know what? The day Bhagwan Rishabdev got Keval Gyan, the messenger came and gave the news that Bhagwan has got Keval Gyan. The second messenger came and told that the Chakra Ratna is ready to appear in your armory. And the third messenger came and told that you have got a baby boy at home. What did Bharat do? He went, he saluted Rishabdev. Oh, saluted means did all the veneration to Bhagwan, and he went on an expedition for 60,000 years. After greeting the child at home, he went. He simply gave attendance at Rishabh's place. Not thinking, oh my God, first Tirthankar. Just imagine you are a very big shot in your society and some great soul has come for Chaturmas at your place. And you just salute him and you go on your expedition. And still you're a Samyak Drishti. Still you're a Bhavi Jeev. Still you're a great soul. But what we consider, oh my God, how can he go? Rishabh has come here. He should be here. He should be doing all the felicitations, all the Chaturmas, everything for Bhagwan. How can he go? He is going and doing the material things. He is not worthy of liberation. That is how we will measure things, no? Okay. Chalo.
Yes.
Then he says the women folk cannot practice complete nudity because in the 4 places in their body parts, always Nigod Jeev will be there. They are the yoni, the birthplace, the breasts, the nabhi, and the under armpits. Always the thrust Jeev will be, Utpatti will be there. And always they will have the doubt of their monthly menstrual cycle and their sheel ki raksha. And they cannot become nischinta. They cannot go deep and high in meditation. So they cannot take the shreni, shapak shreni. So they cannot get Keval Gyan and moksha. So the women folk have to be born as men. Then he says the women folk are not papa yukta. Because Samyak Darshan Gyan And Ekadesha Charitra, even they can follow. This is the logic they give for women folk not getting nirvana. Okay. Then, with this, the Sutra Pahud ends. And he says, what is Jain Sadhuta? He has explained it. Kaun hai sir? Then comes the Charitra Pahud. And for Charitra Pahud, I will tell you to take the chart given on the next page. Charitra is of two types. One is Samyaktvacharan Charitra, also called as Swarupacharan Charitra. And the next one is Sayamacharan Charitra. I'm explaining this chart. You all have to read the Charitra Pahud and come in the next class. Okay. The Samyaktva Acharan Charitra, you have the 8 limbs of Samyaktva. If one of these limbs is also not there, you are not worthy of Ratnatre. Nishankit, Nishkankshit, Nirvichikitsa. What are these 8? We will study in Purushartha Siddhi Upai. And if you remember, Moksha Marga Prakashak, 9th chapter, Todarmalji was to elaborate these 8 and start the Charitra part, Ratnatre part over there. Everything 8 chapters is prelude to the Ratnatre of Moksha Marga Prakashak. Prelude. If all that prelude is not there, the Ratnatre building will not happen. The grand opening of Moksha will not happen. Grah Pravesh will not happen. Okay. So, these 8 limbs of Samyak Darshan should be there. Now, what are these 8 limbs, you know? Nishankit, Nishkankshit. Listen to me carefully. Deep absorption in the Gyayak Bhav. No doubt about it, that you are a Gyayak Bhav. Is Nishankit. No Shanka. And Nikanksha. No desiring anything else. Not even Ratnatre, not even Samyak Darshan, not even Moksha, is Nikanksha. Like that, you have to understand these 8 limbs. Okay. Then we will study it in the next class, all these 8 limbs. Then Sayama Acharan Charitra is of 2 types. First, you see here, the Samyaktva Acharan Charitra is same for Muni and Shravak. A Shravak also has got these 8 limbs. Muni has also got these 8 limbs. Muni wants to absorb in the pure soul. So he takes to Anagara Sayam Acharan. But a Shravak, he doesn't have that commitment to absorption. At the Shraddha Gyan level, the commitment is there. But at the Charitra level, maybe the Mohaniya Karma is there. Maybe the worldly commitments are there. Maybe his weakness is there, whatever may be the case. So he takes to the Anubratas, the Agara Sayamacharan. And there you have the 11 Pratimas. So he will take to Darshan Pratima. Darshan Pratima is above 8. Having faith in Dev, Guru, Shastra, Atma, Tattvas, everything. Then he will take to the 12 Vratas. Now, what is the beauty over here is, the 6th and the 11th Vrata are included in the 6th Vrata. And in the 12th Vrata, they have kept Sallekhna. Okay, so you have 5 Anuvrat, 3 Gunavrat, 4 Shiksha Vrat. 5 primary vows, 3 multiplicative vows, and 4 disciplinary vows. So there Sallekhna comes under the disciplinary vow. That you can see it over there. Then coming to Anagar, Vrat ho gaya, then Samaik. Samaik comes under Vrata also, and advanced practice of Samaik comes under the 3rd Pratima. Then Paushada, 4th Pratima. Then only comes Sachita Tyaga Pratima. Giving up all Sachit things. Not now. Maryada. We do Sachit ki Maryada, and Sachit Tyag happens only in the later state. Okay. Then comes Bratri Bhojan Tyag. Then comes Brahmacharya. Then comes all kinds of Aram Samaram, violent activities, domestic activities, professional activities, sub-say detachment. Now you are moving towards Shramanhood. Then Parigraha Tyag. Then Anumati Tyag, giving permission for worldly activities to your family, children, that also detachment. Then comes the Uddishta Tyaga, not taking the food that is prepared for you. Like a Shraman. The 11th Pratima is called Shramana Bhuta Pratima. Like a Shraman, you live in the house. So there are Pratima Dhari Shravak in the Digambar community. But I have not come across a single Pratima Dhari in Shwetambar community. They don't even know about this. Of course, there are more Shwetambars following Sachit Tyag, Ratri Bhojan Tyag, and all those kind of things. Brahmacharya Vrat and all those kind. But systematically, first comes Darshan Pratima, then Vrat Pratima. That I have not seen. Clear, dear?
Yes,
Clear,
ma'am.
dear. Okay, yeah. Then coming to Muni Achar, Anagar Sayam Acharan. Muni Achar is first 5 Indriya Vijaya, then 5 Mahavrat, then 25 Kriya. We saw no in Tatvar Sutra, 5 Bhavanas of each Mahavrat are the 25 Kriyas and not taking up those 25 Kriyas. Both you have to take away. And 5 Samiti, 3 Gupti. Then each one are explained. 5 Indriya Vijaya, 5 Mahavrat, 5 Samiti, 3 Gupti. This is Muni Achar at the external. All this is explained in the Charitra Pahud, which we will read from the text in the next class. Class is over. You have any questions, doubts? Gandhar, Bhav Bhasan, I am available for 10-15 minutes. Can somebody give me the response, what you liked in today's class?
Today, very practical what we need to do, ma'am. Even if we don't understand the rules at present, what we need to do and what we shouldn't do is very clear, ma'am. Very reinforcing.
Even if you don't know what is Gyayak Bhav, no. Keep dancing. I am that, I am that. I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not. At least in the Gyan Shraddha level, the dance should happen.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
It makes it feel very simple if we have the darshan and we have the determination to do. It makes you feel, yeah, you can do it. You just that small step start.
So your darshan will make your charitra like this easy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very good.
Ma'am, major parts of your lectures are about Atma only, ma'am. By listening to this lecture repeatedly, confidence level increases in me, ma'am. And I think I can also have Keval Jnana, and I am capable of moksha. These things help me a lot, ma'am, and I feel dhanya, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for the response. God bless you. I know. So Keval Gyan, Moksha and all is so easy. When you have faith in the pure soul, abhi kaisa hai? Oh my God, we have to take charitra, we have to become nude, we have to become this, we have to become that. So that asahaj bhav se charitra will not come. You become sahaj in Atma. Jo hoga dekha jayega. Detachment, fearlessness.
Yes, ma'am.
That will make your charitra, the detachment to manifest. That is the power of faith. Faith can move mountains. Very good, very good. Yes, anybody else?
Ma'am, you said Keval Jnana also a paryay. Moksha is also a paryay, but
yes.
Paryay are anitya, ma'am. How can it Keval Jnana be anitya? One only.
Keval Gyan is not Anadi Anant. Gyan is Anadi Anant. Gyan Gun of Atma is Anadi Anant. You take shelter in the Gyan Gun of Atma, then Keval Gyan will come. And every paryay of Keval Gyan is also changing. Gyan paryay is changing, Keval Gyan paryay is also changing. See, the fan is moving yet fixed. So Keval Gyan is changing yet fixed. But it is not Anadi Anant. Atma is Anadi Anant.
But after attainment, it will not change, ma'am. Right?
The paryaya of Keval Gyan keeps operating inside. Like Keval Gyan is like the ocean. But the ocean waves are changing or not?
Yes, ma'am. Changing.
But is the ocean changing?
No,
Like that only Keval Gyan.
it's only changing.
Keval Gyan, the waves are Keval Gyan waves. But Atma is a unfathomable ocean of knowledge. From where the Keval Gyan waves will keep coming, keep going, keep coming, keep going.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I am done, dear.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Umeshwari.
Yeah, this is Umesh. Yeah, first I'll give my feedback, ma'am. The thought process which you are feeding in this group, it's very different, which be good vibes also.
I can't hear you, dear. What did you
Hello?
say? Adjust your
Hello?
mic, dear.
Can you
Adjust
hear me
your
here?
mic. Lot of echo.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Kaadu kekla.
Very feeble, very,
Hello.
Bolo.
No, the connection is not proper. Internet connection.
Tell.
The thought process feeding in us is giving us good vibes, and it's cultivated in deep, ma'am. In us, in whatever you take, the lesson which you give us, that gives us a deep seeding in us to grow.
I can't hear. I don't know if others can hear.
no, your signal is very weak, ma'am. So
Yeah, I think my signal is very weak, ma'am.
yeah. So unable to hear you clearly. Yes.
You post it on the group, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Audio
I
you
want to
post on the group.
Hear me, ma'am?
Bolo.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, the door is closed, ma'am. So the internet connection, I'm not able to. The thought which you are seeding in us is very good. We are getting vibes.
Okay.
So the thinking power is, our thinking power becomes different.
Yes.
Which about the talk of soul or about the talk of the Tattva Sutra, whatever it is. We are able to understand in deep. And
Very good.
can give it to others also for lifelong.
So all thanks to great acharyas who have given this wonderful literature.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
only
Literature, let the literature be,
I'm
ma'am.
only the
To come in
messenger.
a good way and simple language. That is very important.
I'm taking from there and I'm giving here, konjo enakkum ottukudhu avladhan. Yes.
Can I
It's
do my
not
Kannada,
like
ma'am?
that. It's the interpretation, what you have done is more important, ma'am. You know,
Yeah.
when we read the text, we can't get the same vibe. But when you explain it, that interpretation is more important. That's why we are really amazed about your lectures and your sessions and your classes.
Yes, dear. Yes.
You mind?
I
Thank you very much,
think
ma'am.
all those who have understood Jainism correctly will talk in the same way. All ज्ञानियों का एक ही वचन है, अज्ञानियों के लाखों वचन.
True.
Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo. Anybody else? That's it.
Ma'am, I'll do my Ganadhar, ma'am. Ganadhar and Bhav.
Solunga. Topic solunga.
Yeah, Jai Jinendra
Those
to
who
everyone.
want to leave can leave. We'll do the Jinwani Stuti. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, इसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है. Yes. Those who want to do the Gandhar Bhav Bhasan, I will not take after next 2 weeks. That's all. 2 more classes, I'll finish Ashtapahud. Introduction. Yeah. Umeshni, tell Umeshni.
my Ganadhar is from Tattvatra Sutra, chapter number 6, first sutra, ma'am. And it is interconnected with the chapter number 8, first sutra also. Talk about this yoga. Yoga is also known as Pradesha Bandha, which is vibrations of Atma Pradesha, or flow of karma to the soul through Man Vachan Kaya, mind and speech. And then this yoga can be is of 15 kinds. It's divided into 3 categories: Mana Yoga, Vachana Yoga, and Kaya Yoga. Yoga is caused by destructive subsidence of knowledge obscuring karma. And it is of 4 kinds. One is Satya Mana, Asatya Mana, and then Ubaya Mana, and then Anubaya. Satya Mana is true mind. Asatya Mana is false mind. Ubaya Mana is both mixed of true and false mind. Abhaya Mana is none. Both of these are not there. And the second is I'm going to talk about this Vachana Yoga, which is caused by the body karma and also by the destructive substance of power obstructive karma and by the speech molecule. It is also of 4 kinds only: Satya Vachana, Asatya Vachana, and Ubaya Vachana, and the last one is Abhaya Vachana. Satya Vachana is of true talk, true speech, and Asatya is false. And the third one, Ubaya, is mixed of both true and false speech. The last one is Abhaya Mana. Abhaya Mana is no true speech nor false. It's neutral. And the last one I'm going to talk about is Kaya Mana. Kaya Mana is caused by Shayokshama, destructive subsidence of power obscuring karma. This Kaya Mana is of 7 kinds. 7 coins. Audarika Sharir. Audarika Sharir means gross physical body. Second one is Audarika Sharir Mishra, gross physical body with the karmic matter, info with the karmic matter. And the second one is Vaikriya Sharir. Vaikriya Sharir is transformation. Transformation, that is a fluid. The first one, Audarika, is solid. Second, Vaikriya is fluid, transformation. Bodies make bodies which are invisible, which will occupy less space.
Umeshni, you have to wind up in 3 minutes, Umeshni.
Yeah, ma'am. Which will occupy less space and innumerable, which will have innumerable pradeshas. And third one is Aharaka. Aharaka is translocation body. Translocation body is created by a developed soul. Developed soul, this body can exist only for 48 minutes. Within 48 minutes, it gets changes. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, you're mute, ma'am.
It is not Abhaya Mana, it is Ubhaya.
Oh, it is Ubhaya Mana, ma'am.
Ubhaya means Mishra, both.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Abhaya illa. Ubhaya na mixture.
Anubhaya, yeah.
Ubhaya na both. Tadubhaya, Ubhaya means both.
Okay.
Okay, chalo. Bhavbasan you want to do on what?
On this 6th sutra, ma'am. 6th sutra of chapter.
Okay.
The first sutra of chapter 6.
Okay, what is the meaning of the word yoga?
Yoga means Pradesha, ma'am. Atma Pradeshas.
Atma Pradeshas are not yoga. No. Yoga is the vibration taking place in the Atma Pradeshas. Yoga is the vibration taking place in the Atma Pradeshas. So because of yoga, which 2 kind of bondage will happen?
bow,
Huh?
bondage. I think it's
I told no PP. Prakriti Bandha, Pradesha Bandha
Pradesha Bandha.
happen because of yoga. And because of Kashai, what are the other two bandha that will happen? Okay, then you read
Yeah,
again
ma'am.
and come in the next class.
Yes, ma'am.
You read all this and come in the next class. More thoroughness I want.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo.
I'll do it, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, anybody else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Jinendra, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Guna, madam.
Solunga, ma'am.
I'll do Gandhar, ma'am, now.
Solunga. Topic solunga.
My topic is about Avadhigyan, ma'am.
Okay.
Kalpa
solunga.
Sutra, chapter number 1, Adhyay 1.
Why nobody is doing the Gandhar on the lessons I take that day itself? You are supposed to repeat what I'm teaching. You can't do in today's class of related to today's class.
I'll do it next week, ma'am, in that case. I prepared.
No,
ma'am.
you're prepared means you want to do it, you do it. But I will appreciate if somebody does that day itself, that lesson itself, recall and tell that lesson. Do Guna, madam.
Avadhigyan, this is Pratyakshana, but it is partial. Sutra numbers 21, 22, 27 speak about this Avadhigyan. Bhavapradyayo vadir devanarakanam sayopshama nimitta shatvikalpa seshanam. And the 27 Rubishvavate. The reason, the 21st one, if you want to, if I have to explain that more, Bhavapradya Avadhigyan, that happens by birth for Narakis and Devatas, and it also happens for Tirthankars also. And it is always Deshagati. It is the nimit is only by birth, whereas the Gunapradhyana, the nimit is Sayopshamam, and also the person should be Samyak Drishti. And it happens for Manushya Gadi, that is Sanji Pandre, 3 inch also can get this Avadhigyan. Avadhigyan is referred as, it is Ohinyan in Prakrit. So we find in Tamil scriptures, it is written as Odhinyanam. It's a limited Gyan. And there is, as it is said in the 22nd Sutra, there are 6 divisions. And these 6 divisions are meant only for Desagadi, and the other 2 divisions also there, Parama Avadi and Sarva Avadi. Desa Avadi, Parama Avadi, and Sarva Avadi. Another way of explaining the Avadhigyan. Desa Avadi happens when the Bhavapradhyaya is always Desa Avadi, whereas Gunapradhyaya can be all the 3. And the 6 divisions, Anugami, Ananugami, Vardhaman, Hiyaman, Avasthit and Anavasthit are only for Desagadi. Because even Shravakas, Uttama Shravakas can also get Desagadi, but not in Panchamkar. Whereas Paramavadi and Sarvadi is possible only for highly elevated, spiritually elevated person. And also it is those who are Sarma Degadayas. So those 6 divisions, or the 6 divisions are meant only for the first one, Desagadi. That is Anugami, it follows the soul wherever it goes, the place where he is in the present birth, and also it follows in birth. Ananugami, it doesn't follow the soul which got that Avadhigyan. Vardhaman, it just increases gradually like that Shuklapaksha Chandrama. Heman gradually decreases like Krishna Paksha Chandrama. Avasthisa doesn't increase or decrease. Maybe at the end, that soul, highly elevated soul, the pure soul, get Kevalgyan also. Avasthita, that is, there will not be any, no change actually. Then the last one, Avasthita is the same, always remains the same. Anavasthita, there is like how when there is disturbance due to wind flow and all, no water waves are formed. Like that, there's a decrease and increase in the Avadhi. These are the 6 divisions meant only for Desavadhi. And this is a limited knowledge, as the name goes. People with Avadhi can see only Rupi Padartha, that too with a limited Paryaya.
Over.
Yes,
So there's nothing to ask. Just tell me, you want to do your Bhav Basal?
Yes, ma'am.
Topic?
Topic, ma'am. Same topic.
No, I
Same,
won't ask on the same topic. I won't ask on the same topic. I'll ask in related to today's class.
Let me try, ma'am.
Okay. First of all, I will go back to your old presentation. What is the difference between Paramavadi and Sarvavadi?
Paramavadi happens for highly elevated spiritual soul.
No, I didn't ask you to whom it happens. What is the difference between both?
The knowledge, the Gyan is more than what they can see, what can they observe, the knowledge is.
Okay. So now today I took the class, no? Charitra Pahud, Sutra Pahud, Darshan Pahud. What is the relation between that and Avadhi Gyan? Do you see any relation? Do you see any relation?
When Charitra increases, when the darshan is correct, the Charitra also will be correct. When Charitra increases, then the possibility of acquiring Avadhi Gyan is there.
Yes. Even a Mithya Drishti can follow the Charitra and get Avadhi Gyan. Even a Mithya Drishti can follow the Charitra and get Avadhi Gyan. That is only the Kshayopshama Nimitta. Please keep yourself muted.
Vibhagga Jnana.
Okay. But only a Samyak Drishti can get Paramavadi, Sarvavadi, Avadhi Gyan. Samyak Drishti with that Charitra only can get.
कटोरी में और रात की तरी की सब्जी है तो उसी में भैंसा के पानी डाल के कर देंगे.
Aarti, please keep yourself muted, Aarti. What are you doing, Aarti? Class is still going on, dear. What is this? Guna madam, you can unmute yourself. Okay, now the last question is, we should be worried about Avadhi Gyan, Keval Gyan or Gyan Swabhav Atma?
Gyan Swabhav Atma, ma'am.
Okay, that is only Charitra. Okay, interest in the Gyan Swabhav Atma is only Charitra, internally. Okay, that's all. My questions are over, dear. I give you full marks.
I didn't find the chart and all in the book. Which book you are teaching, ma'am? We have on. I didn't get the book. We have on PDF with us.
This book.
We don't have this book, and the PDF also is a different one.
You have to get it from the team leaders, Guna madam, or from the temple, or from Ponnur Malai. Okay.
One thing I wanted to tell you, if you are not able to follow, at least you have faith in it.
Yes,
that's a very good statement, ma'am. So quite often I feel, how is it I'm not able to follow so many things, but still the faith is there that you.
Yes. That faith will help things. Okay. Chalo. Thank you, Guna madam. Thank you, everybody. Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jai Jinendra, ma'am. Thank you.